There is a legume that can fix multiple times more nitrogen than beans. It can reach around 40% protein by dry weight. And in the right climate, one planting can keep producing for years. So here's the question. If a seed can make fertilizer optional, why did so many people never learn its name? A farm stays dependent when its nitrogen is sold. That is the simple trap. You can call it modern agriculture. You can call it efficiency. But the result is always the same. Annual crops, annual purchases, annual dependence. And today, we open one quiet file, and we follow it back to the seed that was shelved. The archive opens in a basement that never sees sunlight, a metal shelf, a cardboard box, a paper folder that smells like dust and dry glue. On the cover, a stamped year, 1952. Inside is a report on a crop the world still grows. And yet, in the United States, it went strangely quiet. Not banned, not disproven, just filed, never published. The crop is pigeon pea, Cajanus cajan. If you have heard another name for it where you live, tell me in the comments, and tell me your zone, because this is where the story splits. In India, across parts of Africa, and through Southeast Asia, pigeon pea is not a curiosity. It is food. It is animal feed. It is a soil builder. Millions of acres are planted. Hundreds of millions of people rely on it. But in the United States, many growers never hear pigeon pea until late, if ever. And that gap is not only cultural, it is structural. 6,000 years ago, farmers in South Asia domesticated wild pigeon pea, not as a hobby, as a survival choice. Because this plant does more than fill a bowl. It changes the soil. Its roots host nitrogen-fixing bacteria in nodules, a living trade. Air becomes ammonia. Ammonia becomes growth. And the plant often makes more nitrogen than it needs. Some of that fertility returns to the ground. In rotation with grains, this matters. Pigeon pea first, then wheat, then millet. Yields rise because the soil is fed. A quiet system, older than empires. Then the timeline accelerates. In the 1940s, the United States began searching for alternative protein crops. World War II disrupted supply. Governments look for resilience when the world cracks. Researchers ran pigeon pea trials at southern experiment stations. Florida, Texas, California, Hawaii. They tested yield, protein, nitrogen fixation, adaptability. The story told in the record is that the results looked promising. A comprehensive report was scheduled for publication in 1952. And then, something simple happened. The report was never published. Funding was redirected. The seed stock maintained for trials was discarded or lost. No official public explanation appears in this transcript, only the outcome. Silence. Let's draw a clean line. Here is what we can say from the story as it is told. A report existed. It was scheduled. It was not published. Funding shifted. Seed stock was lost. Here is what we cannot prove from that alone. Motive. Intent. A single meeting where someone says, hide it, but when incentives are clear and the silence is consistent, that is enough to ask a dangerous question. Now the numbers, not to overwhelm you, to anchor you. Pigeon pea is described as roughly 40+% protein by dry weight. Beans are described as far lower. Soybeans, often lower than the peak claims here. And the yield claim in this transcript is blunt. 4,000 pounds of dry seed per acre. A silence. Then the math. If even a portion of that is true, you are not looking at a garden novelty. You are looking at a protein system. Now we make this real. Because your climate decides your strategy. If your winters do not freeze, no frost. Pigeon pea can behave like a short-lived perennial. You plant once, you harvest for years. If frost does hit your garden, treat it like an annual sprint. Plant after the last frost, harvest before the first. 4 to 5 months can be enough, and if you worry about control, or you are testing it for the first time, use containers or a raised bed. Control the space. Save seed. Build confidence. Here is the deeper threat. Not protein, nitrogen. Because nitrogen is not just plant food, it is a product. The story here claims pigeon pea can fix very large amounts of nitrogen, enough that in rotations, synthetic nitrogen can be reduced, sometimes replaced, and the soil benefits go beyond fertility. Deep roots, organic matter, structure. If a plant can help rebuild degraded ground while feeding people, then dependency becomes a choice, not a law. This is the exit protocol, 3 steps, not ideology, practice. Step 1, grow it. Start small. Do not wait for permission. A few plants are enough to learn. Pitfall. Do not over-fertilize with nitrogen. If the plant has easy nitrogen, it has less reason to fix its own. Let it work. Step 2. Rotate it. Use pigeon pea before heavy feeders, before corn, before tomatoes, before grains. Pitfall. Do not treat rotation like a slogan. Treat it like scheduling. A calendar is a tool of independence. Step 3. Save it. Save seed. Share seed. Label it. Store it dry. Build a local memory. Pitfall. If you do not save it, the system saves you. It sells you the same dependency next season. Here's the quick start described in the transcript. Plant after the last frost. Direct sow. Because it does not love transplanting. Space it roughly 1 foot to 1.5 feet apart. Rows about 3 feet apart. Water early, then let the roots go deep. Harvest when pods turn brown. Thresh. Dry. Store cool and dry. And if you want the simplest habit that changes everything, save the best seed from the strongest plants. Every season. What matters most is this. Pigeon pea never disappeared from the world. It persisted. In India, in Africa, across the tropics, in pockets, in gardens, in memories that did not need a university curriculum to survive. And now, a new kind of grower finds it. Permaculturists, homesteaders, people who are tired of paying for the same inputs every year. The knowledge returns the way it always returns. Not by announcement, by adoption. The archive closes, and the dust settles back onto the shelf. But the seed does not close. It does not forget. It waits. If you have grown pigeon pea, comment what you call it where you live. And tell me your zone. If you have never heard of it until today, that matters too, because it tells us how deep the silence went. And if knowledge like this should not be shelved again, you know what to do. The archive closes, but the garden opens.